Hey guys, ISO here, and in this quick video, I just want to talk about the new updates that recently dropped for the summer test roam. And honestly, overall, it's very disappointing. The way Wizard 101 is going, I don't think it's really looking for growth or improvement because as you can see in the new updates, there are some good quality of life changes. For example, the name and gender change is great. Everybody wanted that for a long time, but we're just not seeing like sustainable updates. Like, I understand the raid is like good and all, but me personally, I've done like maybe one raid like throughout my whole Wiz career. And I know so many people who are solo players or just don't have enough friends or like don't have guilds to raid with. And some of the good gear and content is locked behind being in a guild. And guilds aren't as accessible as well because you need to join discords, you can't find a guild with a guild finder. It's just not a good process, and you need to know people and stuff like that. Some people just want to play by themselves. So I just want to talk about how I'm disappointed in what the summer test realm came with. We have a PvP level scaling, which is like in the works, so I don't want to comment on that. The gender and name change, it's a good change. I like it. We waited 10, 12 years for it. God knows how long. But, that's a great change. But for example, the new kiosk in-person hatching function, in my opinion, I feel like that's such an unnecessary thing because like if you opt in for that, you get a notification on your screen like when you're out of battle. Like when you're in battle, it doesn't let the other person do it. But when you're out of battle, it gives you like a notification, this person wants to hatch, go to the hatchery. I feel like the easier solution for this would to just be reduce the pricing of kiosk like hatching. They should make it the same as like in-person hatching. It should be the same because there's no reason for kiosk hatching to be like a crazy amount of gold, like 100,000, how it usually is, like 90 to 100,000. Because sure, I understand like some people, they could just get gold from questing and stuff. What about the newer players? What about the players that are at level 30, 40, 50? And especially with the advertising route that Wizard101 has been going, especially regarding sponsorships, I've been seeing them on ads, like just on YouTube and stuff like that. Tectone did a sponsorship for Wizard101. So they're trying to get more players in, but the quality of life changes just aren't there for the new players. So what happens is like new players will hop on this game. They will quest up to like Triton Avenue, and they're just like, I think Wizard City's free, but after you finish Wizard City, whatever, right? You just get blocked off. You can't play the game. That's like less than 1 day of playtime. So we need some realistic quality of life changes for those new players to stay. For example, the first arc needs to be free. Like they've made first arc free for a couple months, and they saw the influx of players. How many people, the positive reinforcement, At first, I was like, okay, I won't comment on this because, maybe they're testing it out. They're seeing how their sales are going to do, their player base, if it's going to go up, is it going to retain the players? I understand, but like, I feel like we're at a point in like Wizard101 updates and stuff where the first arc should be free, including Mount Olympus and those side worlds, because I feel like making just the first arc free and not letting those level 30s farm like the gear and stuff like that isn't good. So first arc should be like priority. Like they should look into that. You should look into the statistics of what they need to do and stuff. Will they lose money or anything like that? I would doubt they would lose money because I feel like most of the money in this game is made by the players that are currently playing who already have like max levels. And that's one thing they really need to focus on. And the new update, the new raid, they came out with a new raid, but in reality, the top like maybe like 10% of the players are only going to be able to do it. The PvPers, that ones have guilds and stuff, and the streamers, that's really it. How is a casual player going to hop on this game? A casual player who has a max level. Because I play this game casually. I don't really try hard. I PvP sometimes. I have like 3 maxes. I play this game casually and I got 3 maxes. And how am I supposed to do the raid if I don't know like 12 other people, 11 other people, or whatever the raid number of people is? That's a lot of people for you to just know. And the raid finder that Wizard101 has implemented, it's not really good because realistically, when you're doing a raid, you're gonna need communication. It's not an easy thing to do. You're gonna need to be in a Discord VC. You're gonna need to be in call with people. You're gonna need to like communicate and see what's going on, and that's hard for a lot of solo and casual players. You know, coming out with updates like this, yes, it's good for the game because yes, it's new content, but I feel like it's disappointing in regards to what they've been heading towards. They've been advertising way more. They want more new players to play this game, but they're not changing and releasing things that would help them. Like for example, challenge mode. I understand, you know, they made the normal mode is now easier for solo players, but that's just something so small and they need something big. Free first arc, you know, side world, like they need to expand on side worlds. Like what happened to Grizzleheim? What happened to Winter? I know when Winter Tusk came out, I wanted to do it so bad because that was like the main XP machine. It was a cool world. It was fun. The gear that they gave was interesting. It was really good. Like we need more side worlds, you know, more solos, like soloable dungeons. Like for example, like I mean, I know we have Decathlon, but like something like that for like a solo player to do or like a casual player to do. But it's like you grind it and it gives you something good, you know? Or they need to improve the raid functions. Like in other games, for example, Lost Ark, you'd be able to like find a group to do the raid with, and you could just like a bunch of randoms could just come together and do the raid. But in Wizard101, you need to be in a guild to do the raid. I feel like there should be like a raid finder where you can find a group and you can do it with them. You know, I think advertising Wizard101 is great, and advocating for the game to be popular again is amazing because a lot of people feel nostalgia, but there's no like innovation for the new player experience. It's just not accessible to casual players, you know? I feel like this is an important topic that people need to like talk about more, especially like streamers and like content creators. They really need to push on this because I see all these videos that's like the new update, the new summer test realm update, but you see Wizard101 releasing this, it's only accessible to like a handful of players. You know, not everyone could just hop in this new raid and just do it. Sure, you have time to prep for it and stuff like that, but like realistically, 80%, okay, maybe not 80, you know, benefit of the doubt, 60 to 70% of the players don't have tryhard guilds that do raids like every week or something like that. So what are they supposed to do? You know what I mean? So releasing this type of content is good for the game because it's new content. Obviously, who doesn't want that? But it's just not accessible to the player base, especially with how they're advertising the game. So I like the route that Wizard101's going, especially with their advertising, you know, their tweets and stuff. They've been great quality. They've been really good. But the updates in the game just don't reflect on what they're trying to move towards. But yeah, guys, this was a quick little rant video because it kind of frustrated me when I saw this like new raid coming out and this new update and stuff, and it just wasn't accessible to like casual players because you need a guild, you need Azoth, you need all these things. You need to find an existing guild. I just don't think that's good, especially with how much advertising they've been doing recently. But, you know, let me know what you guys think. I personally think they should advocate more towards the solo player experience, the new player experience, and it would really help the game a ton because the older players, they would enjoy the game more if more people are playing it. Because the more people play it, the more, you know, they'll level up, the more they'll do PvP and all of that. So, you know, that's basically it. I feel like they should head towards a more innovative new player experience and a solo player experience, not make raid content locked behind guilds and stuff like that. Like have like a dungeon finder, group finder type thing, you know, like they have the team up for dungeons. They should have like a team up type thing for raids, you know, like where it's like a threshold, like you have to do that raid once to like team up for it or something like that, you know, something along the lines of that. And they should have more like guides towards raids as well, because I haven't seen much guides towards like the old raid, for example. It was hard for me when I first did it because like I needed somebody to explain it to me. The players had to make it. The game needs something to explain it to the newer players or like the solo players who don't have an idea on what to do. But yeah, guys, this is all I wanted to talk about this video. You know, like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.